Good afternoon, football fans, and welcome back to Season 2 of CFRC at the Lang. I'm Jesse Bell, and I'm joined today by third-year linebacker, switched from 30 to number 8. Big change indeed. Update your programs accordingly. Jacob Baldwin. Jacob, thank you for joining me.
Thank you very much for having me.
I always like to start off by asking players about their journey to Queens. Can you tell me about your recruiting experience?
Yeah, for sure. So I started a little bit later. I came to one of the prospect days and had a good showcase there, and then that's where I got some information from the coaches. And then from there, they kind of started to pursue me, were messaging me, making sure I was doing good with school, keeping up with my grades and whatnot. And honestly, they kind of showed the most interest out of all the schools that I was talking to at the time. They were really consistent. They were showing a lot of love, so that really made me gravitate towards this school. I love the defense here. I love the program. I love the coaching. I love the players. So it was a pretty easy choice after all that.
So it was a combination of that consistent interest and then it just being a good fit for what you do and how you like to play football. That makes a lot of sense to me. And something we've kind of seen historically with Queens is they aren't scared of taking a flyer on guys that maybe aren't as experienced, but show a lot of those really great physical measurables, whether it's, yourself or Nick Hennig, who we've talked about a number of times on this program. It is a program that really is committed to that level of development. And on the note of development, I want to talk a little bit about the development of the defense over the course of 2025. It's something we were chatting about off camera, and I want to continue that now on camera. Can you speak to me about the development of this Queens defensive unit from week 1 until the Mitchell Bowl?
Yeah, for sure. I would say week 1 was definitely an experience. We were able to kind of dive in there and see what we needed to work on going forward in order to be, the best defense in the country. And I think that was the expectation from week 1 until the Mitchell Bowl. And I think, due to a great coaching and leadership on this defense, we're able to progress, positively towards the end of the year and just be the best defense we can be. I think we improved significantly from week 1, and some younger guys like myself and some other younger guys on the defense were able to take on bigger roles and step in when needed to. And, that was all due to the leadership and coaching for sure.
And I do want to speak a little bit about the leadership because one of the key members of that defense is having a fantastic CFL preseason. And by the time this video comes out, may in fact be on that roster. Tell me a bit about Justin Pace and how he has kind of mentored you and helped you improve as a player.
Yeah, for sure. Justin Pace, man, he taught me so much about not only being a football player, but being a teammate. He taught me how to be a great linebacker, a great leader on this defense, a great teammate towards my teammates, how to be coachable, and how to learn from week 1 until the Mitchell Bowl and how to progress over time. I think playing beside him and having him as a mentor has allowed me to develop significantly. It's been a great experience overall. I'm so proud of him. He's doing amazing in the CFL right now, and I'm hoping for the best for him. I think he has inspired a great, youth of linebackers and has helped us progress significantly. And I think, we were able to build a brotherhood here because of him, and I think, that's our guy. That's Pace, and we're looking out for him and hoping he does the best in the league right now. So,
absolutely. And on the note of development, and over the course of the season, we saw you develop quite a bit as a player, getting those reps in. And I think it's fair to say probably the most impressive performance of your career so far came on one of the biggest stages it possibly could. Yates Cup on the road in Laurier. Can you walk me through your overall performance that day, but especially those 2 huge interceptions in the first half?
Yeah, I think, it all starts with preparation for sure. Again, shout out Pace. He taught me a lot about how to, analyze film and watch film and learn, tendencies about offenses and how to, capitalize off them. And obviously Coach Beck, he's done a great job with his defense for many years now. He's a guru. He knows a lot about defense, and he's taught me so much myself and the guys around me. I think, having that combination of guys to, be mentors for you allows you to progress. And I think, they trusted me. He put me in positions to make plays, and I was able to make plays. And I think, that combination of that has allowed us to succeed. And, I'm looking forward to it going forward. I think, I'm going to continue to progress, and I'm looking for more in the future. I'm not satisfied at all. So, I got to shout out Coach Beck, shout out Justin Pace for, being great mentors for myself and allowing me to make plays. So.
And moving on to the 2026 season, you touched on it a little bit there, but what are you most looking forward to with this year? Because this is a big season for the program, a big season for yourself. What are the things that have you most excited for 2026?
First and foremost, I want to repeat. I want to go back to the Yates Cup and have another opportunity to do it all over again. I want to go further beyond that. I think Vanier Cup is definitely within reach this year, and I think we have a great group of individuals and young men who are ready to compete and play. We had a great group of young guys this year who are taking huge steps towards, being parts of this team, and I think that's going to allow us to succeed exponentially. And for myself specifically, I obviously want to be an All-Canadian. I believe I have everything I need to get there. And I think as long as Coach Beck continues to put me in the right positions to make plays, then it's definitely within reach.
There you have it, folks. If you're not excited for 2026 after that, I don't know what to tell you. Jacob, thank you for your time. And thank you, folks, for watching along at home. This is Jesse Bell signing off. We'll see you again real soon.